What is happening right now in Israel is unmistakable. To be absolutely brutal, politically and strategically, it's incredible for President Trump to use the realities of war and the realities of this horror to explain specifically the clear cut differences between him and Gavin Newsom, or Bobby Kennedy for that matter. We're going to be talking about this. This is a very, very serious topic. A serious topic that has no peer, that is as real as it gets. Let me ask you, dear friends, to please like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. And by the way, before we begin, I'm sorry, but I have been advocating emergency food through preparewithlionel.com forever. And every now and then something will happen that points to the aha moment, the I told you so. And I'm sorry to say this, but it's true. If you don't understand, if you don't see how precarious the world is right now, if you think that what is happening to other countries cannot happen here, if you think that food chains, food distribution, stores can't be closed, that martial law, unrest, whatever, supply side breakdowns, you are this far away from complete and total cutoff from food. If stores close, you don't eat. If there's panic, you don't eat. It's done. It's finished. Now is the time for you to take advantage of this and understand that if you have boiling water, you have nothing to worry about. Preparewithlionel.com. Emergency food, 25-year shelf life, 21 varieties that are delicious, varied, and they will keep you and your family alive. 2,000 calories a day. And right now there's a deal for 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%. Listen to me. 25% discount on a 3-month emergency food kit. So right now, that's it. Order right now. Order now as we speak. Preparewithlionel.com. Preparewithlionel.com. I don't know what you need to know, what reality needs to be shown you, but it's true and it's obvious, and that's, I'm sad to say, but that's true. Preparewithlionel.com. Now let's get down to business, my friends. If President Trump does not go to the American people and say, look at what's happening in the world, when you have one of the great military powers on the planet today, almost, not totally, but almost brought to its knees by paragliders, terrorists, individual people mobilizing. You don't need F-35s. You don't need high EMPs. You don't need Chinese weather balloons. You don't need any of this. And the question that President Trump has to bring to the American people is simply this. Do you feel safe? Do you feel that Joe Biden could possibly handle something like this? Do you think so? It's that simple. Do you believe that Joe Biden or Gavin Newsom or any of these Democrats have the wherewithal, the staying power? Do you think that our military, with Mark Milley, Milli Vanilli, and this ridiculous trans, whatever you want to call this, do you think they are even remotely able, remotely connected, remotely positioned to handle, to protect, to defend our country from anything? Do you, I mean, wake up. Is there any doubt in your mind that America has to get tough, that our military, and for the love of God, borders. This is what happens when you have one of the most theoretically, hermetically sealed borders known to mankind. This is it. This is a glowing, absolutely obvious lesson. President Trump, this is your time. If you think that there's any choice, if you think that Bobby Kennedy, look, the closest he's come to this, and I respect a lot of what he's done, but if you think that he's a substitute for Trump, you got to be out of your mind. He may be great when it comes to vaccines. He may be great when it comes to biomedical tyranny and the like. But when it comes to this, forget it. You need somebody who is beyond tough. You need somebody right now that we I mean, somebody who understands it intuitively. That's precisely what we're talking about right now. This is a brutal world with sick people. And let me tell you something. We're this close from having something like this happen. Do you think that it's possible for the Zetas or the Sinaloa cartel to try something like this? You know, when you have a doddering coot, a dotard shuffling around, mumbling incoherent nothing, when you think that that represents the wherewithal and the fighting power of the United States, it's very easy sometimes for some very nasty people to think they can pull some nasty stuff off. Okay? Do I have to spell it out for you? This is war right now. This world is completely different. And throw in Iran to the mix. And not only this, the geopolitical calculus in this post-Great Reset, this post-BRICS world with allegiances and alliances and coalitions that weren't even in existence 20 years ago. Do you understand what's happened? Do you know? Do you know how this country has pissed off the world with our belligerence, our imperialism? Let me make it very, very clear to you. If we don't get Donald Trump in office, we're doomed. We're sitting ducks. Now, send that message out, Mr. Trump. Send it out. Don't hesitate. Don't be cute. Don't just be very, very clear. Address the American people. Speak to them directly through the power of the internet, through videos, through whatever you want to call it. And not Truth Social, not these misspelled capital rants. I want to see, and we want to see you in front of a camera speaking to the American people as in a fireside chat, to let people know, to reassure people that you are the person in charge and that they have nothing to worry about. That's what we need, Mr. President. I ask you right now, without a doubt, I ask you so that there is no confusion whatsoever. I ask you, sir, I ask you to do exactly what has to be done. I ask you to do what needs to be done and to assure the American people and the world that you're ready, willing, and able. I don't want to be so crass. I don't want to be so craven. I don't want to be so rude as to suggest that you've been handed this opportunity, this blessing, so to speak. I don't want to suggest that. That sounds horrible. I don't want to say that. I don't want to suggest that. But what I do want to tell you, and what I do want to suggest to you, and what I do want to say most clearly is that you are being given the opportunity right now, Mr. President, to change the course of the world, to be the second president since Grover Cleveland to win 2 non-consecutive terms, and to show the world what has to be done. Use this as a tutorial. Use the reality of what's happening in Israel to remind people the importance of borders and the necessity of being tough and scaring the living Shiite out of the world. Capiche? Thank you. Now subscribe and comment as you see fit.